that you're fatigued, but you want your body to know what's coming, basically.
Yeah, that's a great question. So my training kind of got affected, and potentially for the better. I don't know. Impossible to know, of course. I was gravel riding in June of last year and broke my wrist. So I went from anticipating having a bike heavy training block to a running heavy training block. And I also was working at a summer camp. So through the summer, I started slowly to build up. But I wasn't too worried about like the long-term build from the summer. Especially I was busy and I had a broken arm. I didn't want to like do anything too much. But as the summer went on, I was running a good amount. Enough that when I was feeling good again, I could run a lot. I did one big day. I biked from Flagstaff to the Grand Canyon, slept, then ran rim to rim to rim, then biked back the next day. Which was good. Like that was not really training that was doing that, but that was like a very fun, hard thing to do.
The rim to rim to rim is quite funny because that's just something that in which you did, but sort of the new wave of ultra running influencers online will make the rim to rim to rim like the biggest thing that they've done in their entire life, and they'll make 15 videos about it.
I mean, it was awesome. And I didn't do it it was also 106 degrees Fahrenheit at the bottom of the canyon, and I had biked there. I brought a sleeping bag, no tent, from Flagstaff. Like, I don't know. It was just like something I wanted to do. And I didn't set any records by any means. I did encounter a rattlesnake that was spicy right at dawn. A huge one. And I definitely like made it a bit of a thing. But I don't know if you've ever been there. Holy smokes, to any of the listeners. The Grand Canyon, when you are told about it, you think, oh, a large canyon straight through something. This is just a PSA. That place is unreal. It is so beautiful. It is so complex. There's so many ecosystems, and it is just a special, special place. So if you have the opportunity to see it from the edge, sure, but especially to drop down into it, it's a pretty marvelous. I was blown away by it. Just an incredible experience.
You started the challenge, and since you've been America, Europe, and then South America, where have you specifically been in this particular journey?
So I did my first month mostly in Stowe, Vermont, and then a couple towns within an hour or two. Then I was that was January. February was mostly in Saint-Gervais, in your neck of the woods, sort of. Just like 20 minutes, half an hour from Cham.
Yeah, about an hour away.
And the skiing sucked, but everything else was absolutely incredible. I booked tickets. Yeah, I booked tickets for Europe when you guys were just having such a fantastic winter. And then it like got hot like the week before I came, and I was like, okay, it's hot, and then it will get cold again. And it just didn't. It would just go like 2 weeks in a row without being beneath freezing at like 2,000 meters or something. So that sucked. But the pastries were phenomenal. Speaking French is fun. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just was like parading myself through mush every day. So that was, yeah, that was a little unfortunate, but you know, I look back fondly on the time spent in France. Then I was in Austria. I was in Innsbruck, and then like a week in St. Anton with a friend, skiing Patrickhoffel, Axemerlism. I'm sure I'm pronouncing the Axemerlism one wrong. Patrickhoffel is like this sweet hill right outside of Innsbruck where they had the Olympic downhills. Very efficient skiing. I met the Fernwind there. That was my misadventure in Austria was the Fun wind. It was nice, and then like it's a little kick in the ass at the end. It dropped a bunch of sand on the snow. April, I was in Vermont. Then the first week of May, I left Vermont, drove to Colorado, was in a few different places in Colorado for a few weeks. Then I was in Utah for another couple weeks or so. And then I was based at Mount Hood in Oregon, which is a volcano that just has tons of snow and tons of skiing, until like end of July-ish. And then I've been here for a few weeks, back in winter, which after all the warmth I've dealt with has been very weird to all of a sudden like be cold, see ice, fresh snow. It's been sweet. Love it.